So turn down the lights, lock the door. It's time for DJs After Dark.
Jay, along with DJ Rob Cannon.
Yo.
Dr. Rock Ray Thomas.
I just did American Ninja Warrior all summer.
We got my man Matt Sutter in the house.
Greetings, everybody.
And then we got Fast Eddie C.
Rob's trying to grab my shorts. All right.
No, he's trying to grab what's in your shorts.
That's all right.
This is the extravaganza during DJs After Dark. Make
Matt,
sure you hit
a
the
2x4.
notification bell down below. Make sure you hit the subscription button. Make sure you hit the mute button. These guys can shut the fuck up when I'm trying to intro the show.
Oh, stop.
And make sure you're sharing the channel. As always, DJs After Dark, one of many shows right here on the DJ B Productions Network.
Then nobody can shut you up.
And you're part of that fabulous wrestling
If
show.
I
aren't you?
shut up, you wouldn't have a job, Eddie C.
Nobody can shut you up.
No, that's what you said.
You talk more than anybody I know. Anybody.
Is Eddie on Viper?
And I'm not a host.
It doesn't make any difference. You got guests. You gotta let them talk.
I don't want to talk to you guys. You're just there for background.
Okay, so this is what we're doing.
Oh, God.
That I can talk over that all day long.
Eddie's upset. He's going to need a Colace.
Those eyebrows are fantastic.
They are
Maybe we
awesome.
can these
Look at that bloodshot. You talk about lightning bolts. Look at the lightning bolts in his
Yeah,
eyes.
we should call him Igor.
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 Oh, Eddie.
I can take care of that hump.
Guys, we had a great show planned for you tonight. Rob and I, what we're going to do, what is an interactive DJ? Rob and I have been doing this for a long, long time. Everybody here been doing it for a long, long time. And
The doctor.
we
Thank you.
we recently had a gig come across our path, and it was a bar gig that we're not the bar DJ. We would be a fill-in, not on a regular basis. Just hey, we need somebody, X amount of day, whatever. Can you send somebody? Yeah, I have somebody I can get scheduled, but don't just send anybody. I want someone that's interactive.
Not someone that's going to play a playlist.
Now, before I get into this, Ed,
Yes.
what is an interactive DJ to you?
Oh, well, you know, an interactive DJ, I would imagine, would be a DJ that would be like out in the crowd dancing, you know what I mean? Having a good time with one of those headphone mics on. You know what I'm saying? You know, people that would, a DJ that would interact with the crowd. Ask Ray. Ask Ray. Ray's one of the best interactive DJs I've seen ever.
Now, it's funny you say that, but you describe the Shamu fucking towel guy.
Yeah.
Is what you described, but you're absolutely right. It is like someone's getting out in the crowd, getting the dancing going, stuff like that.
Starts the line dance.
Starts line dancing or whatever. Now, is that feasible at a bar?
No.
Absolutely not.
Not
Yes.
for the market you want to pay.
No way.
Yes.
He has a good point.
Well,
Not for the money they want to pay. If they pay me the right amount of money, I'll dance. And I'll be like that. What was that movie?
You'll be like Ray Thomas.
What was that movie with the girls that dance on the bar?
Oh,
Coyote Ugly.
Coyote
Coyote Ugly.
Let me tell you something. I'll make it
Now,
ugly
now
enough
on
in that place.
on that note, though, we did have one particular DJ when we were doing that. We'll just say they had multiple locations, one in Conshohocken, one in Warrington, and somewhere else.
yeah.
But I know that when we first got this particular DJ, he would actually jump up on the bar and do crazy shit, which was terrible because it's like, again, it was not that kind of bar, but then suddenly that's the kind of DJ then they were expecting.
Are you talking about Mark, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did he really
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff?
I used to jump up on the bar and shit like that. More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were sitting there, right? We were right in that corner. I mean,
Hey, like-
literally, you had your music sitting up on the bar. He jumped up on the bar because he's used to doing clubs or whatever, so he's trying to get people to do stuff, and it's like, well, dude, again, this particular location had no dance floor.
And understand too. He said a good point too. They liked him, and understand too. That doesn't necessarily mean because of his DJ skills.
No.
That
No.
means that they personally happen to like him. Personalities click.
Mhm.
That's what it is. Does that mean that he's a cool guy? No, he's a jerk off.
He was a jerk. Hey, he was a good club DJ though.
No, he was.
I will give him that.
I'll never
His
take that
skill
away.
was great, but unfortunately, because of that, his ego was like,
He was a bar DJ more. A club DJ, he didn't mix and stuff like that. He was just
well, no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd say more. Let's put it this way:
at the old studio on Westminster Pike.
Mark?
Yeah.
I don't think he barely.
You and somebody else said you saw him, and JD was telling me. JD was
JD mixed.
But JD said, yeah, we had this kid in the studio, and he was mixing like, and we were like, oh my god, I remember that conversation.
Remember that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, he was good. He was a great DJ. He was great for any place that had a dance floor. Let's put it that way. He was great for places that had a dance floor.
mhm.
Yeah, but did you ever?
Me?
He had an attitude though.
Right.
Yeah, he did. He had a
attitude.
crappy attitude because he had a massive ego. He was one of those guys that he was good, but he thought he was better than he was.
I hate people like that.
Now, but
Did you ever go to a bar and this is the one thing that used to drive my wife insane because she used to say, "Hey Ray, all you have to do is stand behind that microphone and play music." But you're looking at a guy who ran up and down the floor. If there was a stage, I was on my knees. And right now, because of the third hernia operation in my life, because of all the crap that I did in my whole career,
I'm not allowed to
thing-
say anything because I'm being sued.
I got news for you. My attorney will be here in the next 10 minutes.
He'll be on the
because-
show.
But the thing is, did you ever go into a bar that wasn't that kind of a place? You did your normal show, and all of a sudden they wanted you back every week because you did that. Girls that were shy all of a sudden were like, "Hey, I want to dance
Here's
with
the
so and
sad-
so and shit like that." And I think because you were a confident DJ, you were a good DJ, and you believed in what you did, even though it didn't fit when you first did it. By the time you were done that place, they liked what you did.
Well, I got news for you. The way bars work right now, Rob will swear in the Bible to this right now.
He can't. talk a
You
sentence,
could do the greatest job that any DJ has ever done,
right.
and they'll be like, all right, they'll begrudgingly giving you the cheap money that they're giving you.
Sure.
And if you say you can't be there next week, they'll be like, that's fine. How about it?
Because nobody
We
they
don't
care
get any
anymore.
kind of respect anymore.
They don't care anymore because did you watch
I
the
know.
DJs that go in nowadays? They sit their fat ass on a chair,
Mm-hmm.
they eat all night, and they play with their cell phones. I know I'm going to get myself in trouble for that, but
Right.
that's what they
It
do.
is true.
They don't care.
That's what they
It's
do.
They don't care.
It's the truth.
But
You know?
how about the DJs that play music that like for example, this is similar to what we're talking about, but Havertown had a not Haverford Day, I forget what it's called, like
Spirit Day,
with the bands and stuff.
I know you're talking.
Battle of the
yeah.
Bands.
No,
No,
it was
but
just
I
out
know.
on the street, like a
Yeah.
Where they closed my mom's street. They closed it off. It was
The block party.
right. And
no,
yeah,
it's not a
yeah,
block
yeah,
party. So anyway, I'm walking around with
Freedom
my
Day.
wife, and
Of course, he's walking around with his wife.
yeah,
Who's got a
never leaves
cheesesteak
she
egg
kept
roll?
on tripping because she was staring at me all the time.
He's like, yes.
But anyway, seriously. So I'm walking around and I'm checking out the bands that are in there, but there was a DJ playing. Well, first of all, the DJ played nothing but upbeat club music. Half of it I didn't know. But the thing is, it's not even that I didn't know. It's like I'm thinking to myself, if you're doing a public event, you play a little bit of everything. You could still keep it upbeat, and you should.
Yeah.
Right, but the music that this DJ was playing, I was like, "What?"
Well, that goes back to experience level.
Right.
That goes back to,
And no interaction,
You-
by the way.
I
On
mean,
that.
to be a DJ, you have to like music. I mean, that's it's a
Yeah.
given. A
You have
mechanic
to
has-
like all
a
kinds of
mechanic has
music.
to like cars. You know what I mean? But
And like to get dirty and don't.
but you don't, and this happens all the time. You do not become a DJ because you like club music. That's not the reason why
No.
you become a DJ.
Well, it's a reason to become a club DJ. You know, that's
Well, it's not necessarily
A
a
lot
reason
of
to become a
club
club
DJs,
DJ.
that's
It
what they
helps
are.
you to become a club DJ.
right.
Yeah, but
It's
you
not the
can't,
reason to become a club
can't club DJ every night. You got to learn all aspects of
Yeah,
DJing.
yeah, right. You're a DJ or not a DJ.
Correct.
You can't just be a club DJ because you won't be working.
Correct.
Yeah, but a lot
You have
are
to adapt.
that are working in clubs. That's what they do.
But they're not, clubs aren't really around anymore.
No, but
That's my point.
Yeah.
So
They
your
don't
bars
DJ.
are
Like the firesides are gone.
right. I mean, all these clubs are gone. But the scenario is what I'm trying to say though, is that in all the years I've been DJing, I came across people. They only listen to 98.9 Power 99 FM, which is all
Yeah.
rap and hip hop.
Hey, Nicki
So
Minaj
therefore-
retired this week.
Therefore, they
Wow.
become a DJ, right? And it's like, why can you do an oldies? Do you know oldies? No. Do you know rock? You know any rock? No. Now you can have specifications.
Yeah.
Like Rob's really good at the Q102 stuff and the today's hit stuff.
Mhm.
Rob knows I'm a very good classic rock guy, and I know a lot more classic rock than he does and stuff like that when I'm DJing. Know it all. Rob hates it.
I don't hate it.
Rob likes
Don't put
Chio in
words
the
my
morning.
mouth.
I just
Yeah.
think
Let's put it this way. It's like again, like
But-
Dan, you and I, we're both classic
Ed-
rock
Ed
and metal
is a-
guys.
Ed is a remix. Ed loves remixes and he likes house music and stuff like that. That's Ed's specialty. Matt, a lot like me, likes a lot of rock.
Ed talks
I
too much
like
on
rock.
this
I don't
show.
like metal. That's
way too
we
much.
wanna clear
He
that
doesn't
up.
like you either.
Huh? Well, right. But
And you
I'm
have
not.
crab
I'm
bread.
not into like that kind of rock.
But the point it being though is that you know everything, and
Yeah.
you know it, and you can get through it if you had to play it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the point I mean. We had DJs that came to try and train with us. Oh, I don't like country music. Well, then you're not going to be a DJ.
And you better like
Sometimes
country
we-
music because country music is 70%
Sometimes
of the music industry right now.
Sometimes
Yes, it is.
we
It
got,
is.
Sometimes we
As I know, we talked about this. I know in a previous episode.
Yep.
It's one of those things where every month, when those discs would come in from the music service, I'd sit there, I'd listen to them because again, I'm not a big rap, hip hop kind of guy.
right.
I do like some, but I'd sit there and I'd listen to every single one of those songs and go like, okay, well, I know that this is obviously okay. Well, Puff Daddy's got a new album out, or
Right.
Dr. Dre's got. You knew the big names, and I'd sit there and on the track listing, I'd highlight obviously everybody that I recognized.
Correct.
I'd listen to those songs, even if I didn't like the song, I would listen to it because I said like somebody's going to eventually request this, and I'm going to have to know how to work it into my set.
Correct. You eventually learn to like.
And I'd also find then artists that maybe I didn't know because maybe they were a newer artist and go, wow, actually, I kind of like this song because I'm one of those type of people where I say I don't like specific genres, but I will like songs within those genres because it's just a good song. A good song is a good song, kind
right.
of a thing.
You learn to like it.
And I'll listen and I'll highlight that because like, hey, maybe nobody knows this person now. I don't know them now, but maybe they're going to be the next big thing. So I want to know that this is here. And then too, if I need filler
Right.
at some point,
You
I can
put
work
it
that
up,
in.
Put it in your
It's
own
like
show.
and
if you
it
like
fits
it.
in with the set,
Correct.
even though
You
maybe
know
it's
it.
not as popular yet.
He
Right.
does.
But you know it's going to be a good song, so you play it at your shows.
But you know what?
Exactly.
Here's the thing though too, and you make a good point as far as like I recognize this, I don't recognize that type of thing. And with some of the songs, when the people and sometimes it's one of those things where we'll only play stuff that's popular, but then stuff doesn't become popular until you play it. That's the other thing. It's a double-edged sword. Rob is big on today's hits. Now I'm not knocking Rob, but Rob is big on today's hits.
I am too because I'm suing
Which
them,
is
but-
like it's the safe assumption that because I'm playing today's hits, this is music that everybody's going to know. Okay. The problem is though with that is that not everybody does know it.
I can tell you that. I do.
Burnout.
That's what it is.
You also get burnt out as a DJ.
Sure you do.
And you do. Now, the other scenario is if you don't know other music, like I like to find music where there are samples of a song here in this genre. So that way, if I want to be creative with it, I can do something. Like, for example,
Like when Kid Rock did that song and he blended Leonard Skinner's.
Sweet Home
Yes.
Alabama.
That was
Right.
one of the most
That was really
popular
great.
songs ever because it blended it.
Robin, what do you call?
Robin S.
No.
And what's that song now? The country
The guy
song
that got
where
in trouble.
Robin Thicke.
Yeah, Robin Thicke mixing that with "You Got to Give It Up."
Marvin
yeah,
Gaye.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Now-
what's that
And
song
Marvin
now
Gaye,
with?
here's the thing,
Damn, I know that mix. That's my song.
Well, now here's the thing, though. Like, Trick Daddy does a song. I forget what it's called. Get Loose or something. I forget what it's called. But he samples Crazy Train from Ozzy. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm at a black bar, and I've already told this story kind of, but I'm going to say it for the.
Are you
sake
wearing
of
like a skull
example.
cap?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I'm totally like a tattoo to my foot the whole night. And a woman, old head. Okay. And everybody knows what I mean by old head. She's over 50 years old.
Correct.
Black woman. She says, "Hey, you got that Train song?" And I'm thinking, Train, like the group Train.
Everybody
Right.
ride his train here.
Right, no, I'm thinking
Right.
like the group
Oh.
Train.
Yeah,
Like, I'm like,
yeah.
listen to that. That's like Y100 shit.
Yeah.
Like, and she held it. And I'm like, oh, you mean Crazy Train? She said, yeah, by that crazy guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ozzy. She goes, yeah. I said, yeah, I can get it off for you. Now I'm playing hip hop and rap in this fucking place, right? So I play.
And it's a black bar.
It's a black bar, right? So I play Crazy
That's fucking
Train.
ballsy.
Yeah.
I do instant request. It's an instant request, and that way they know, fucking a white kid didn't do this.
You didn't get stabbed?
I put instant request, as the soundtrack of there, and I played a song, and she's tapping away to it, her friends or whatever, and then I mixed into this Trick Daddy song, who heavily sampled
Right.
Crazy Train
Right.
to get me back into the rap and hip hop.
Right. And they put a cap in
And
your
she
ass.
came over to me. She said, you are the motherfucking DJ. That is awesome what you just did. Because how can you go from Crazy Train into rap without having a segue that helps you do it?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like saying, I'm going to bring Clay Aiken to a fucking Metallica concert.
Yeah, but
That's
what's that song now with Billy Ray Cyrus?
Old Country Road.
Old Town Road. Old
Right.
Town Road.
Where
Okay.
everything now that's a crossover song.
But
I don't care if you're in a rock club or country song. Everybody knows
I
that
still think
song.
that guy did that as a joke song, like
Right.
cutting up country.
Right.
And it backfired that it became
But because it had the
It
backing
didn't
of the
backfire because the
country
guy's
music
making money.
I
industry.
know. I'm saying he was making fun of country.
Right.
Yes, most certainly was.
He made fun of country. He's making
And
money.
Billy Ray helped him.
Right. Like, did you hear the other day? Like, I know you guys have
it's
heard
funny
the song.
industry wise, not because Billy Ray Cyrus is actually a very good artist.
He's a
Yeah.
very good artist.
He's a very
Yes.
good artist, and if you listen to his music, you get past "Achy Breaky Heart."
That whole the rest of that
The
album is
second
great.
album, the second
It was
album
great.
he did was great.
It was great.
and you don't get no justification for it. You
Right.
get no
His
respect.
daughter gets more justification.
Well, how
Yeah.
about the other day when what was Luke? Not Luke Bryant. I can't think.
Jason Aldean?
He did Taylor's songs, Taylor Swift songs.
I hate
Love
her. Can I tell you that?
That's all right. Keith Urban
Keith
did it
Urban.
live
Keith
on
Urban?
stage with his band,
He's phenomenal.
and now that's all over the internet and all because
Keith Urban is phenomenal.
I think he's fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And I also think Luke Bryant is fantastic.
Yes.
I think he's awesome.
All right.
You know what I think? I think Ed C.
Eddie C, baby.
I think Eddie's phenomenal.
Eddie, fire up some Stevie B, baby, and just mix it.
Ed,
Oh.
don't do that at all.
Spring
We're on
Love.
Yes,
YouTube.
Eddie.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
No, don't do it all, Ed.
Rob will be sued a second
Ed,
time.
you're gonna go.
Why not?
You're gonna go
You'll
right.
get us blocked. You'll get us blocked.
Ed, luckily for you in this program, as soon as you do something bad, you're going right in the green room.
Really?
Don't worry, Ed. There's donuts and coffee.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, but you all have valid points. It's like, but you have to be a DJ, and I think if you could do stuff like that, if you could creatively mix to go back and forth, or to because let's face it, music creates an emotion on a
Yes.
basic level, and the whole point of a DJ is to orchestrate emotion throughout that event. Okay. If you can do that kind of thing, if you can sit there, that DJ creatively did it. Oh, look, he went from Crazy Train to back to record. You did something,
Right.
okay? And I think that is interactive,
Yes.
okay? Because I'm trying to accommodate my guests
hmm
and make them react to it,
Right.
okay? I don't have to talk to them to make them react. I don't have to, like, I played, it's all music selection. Understand, the DJ's not playing an instrument. The DJ's instrument is his mind. And the DJ's mind, however tuned it is,
What the hell? Do you start taking Prevagen?
will determine what you're going to get. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, in other words, if this DJ plays the new J-Lo song and then he mixes it and you're like, oh, it's so awesome, he's such a great DJ. Well, he had to know how to play those songs.
Mhm.
That's the credit you can give him.
a
okay?
really good
I'm not
DJ.
trying to downgrade what we do,
Right.
but I'm actually trying to elevate your knowledge of what we do because it is down to we're making selection,
Right.
we're making decisions.
And you have to know how to make it work, especially when you're
Correct.
playing to a mixed room.
Correct.
You're playing at a bar. You've got some people over here like hip hop, some people over here like rock, some people over here, like a little bit of country. And you have to know how to work in and out of that. So you're constantly keeping everybody there happy so they stay and drink. Because ultimately, too, if you're playing a bar, that is what the bar is paying you for. It's to get people to sit there and enjoy the music long enough so that they stay and they drink and they eat. If they stay there for the first half hour set that you do because you're doing this, and then you do another half hour. Well, halfway through that half hour, they're sitting there going, well, I'm not liking this anymore. If you're not getting back into what they're liking, they're walking out the door.
Yeah.
See, and one thing you guys are forgetting, you're forgetting about the older crowd that comes out first. Like, I'm talking about people in their 40s, their 50s, or 30s, late 30s. They're coming out to those places early, like 9 o'clock,
And
10
gone by
o'clock.
10.
Right. The younger people aren't coming out till 10 o'clock,
Yeah.
11 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So a really good DJ can keep those older people there to have their dinner, their drinks.
Yeah.
They're going home, and I hate to say this to the listeners, they're going home. They have their window to get laid, so they're going to get laid within that window of getting laid. And then by the time they're ready to leave, there's the other generation is standing behind them saying, hey, can I have your seat? We're going to be here.
I said it every time. My goal when I DJ
Same as mine.
at a bar,
Right.
because it's always a bar,
Was to
We're talking
get you,
about
say
you
it,
laid.
get you laid. Get
Right.
you
It
laid.
sounds chauvinistic.
So
it
is
sounds
that an
sexist.
interactive DJ?
But let's think above any other pleasure out there. I think when you have sex with somebody,
Right.
that's your highest form of pleasure.
And why are you
Rob will tell
going
you,
to the
he has
bar?
a busload of kids.
Correct. Why are you going to the
Yeah,
bar?
literally.
That's
Going
why
there.
Lisa's like this.
I'm
Because
gonna
she doesn't
bring-
want to have sex anymore.
Right.
He sucked all the pleasure out of her like a fucking sexual Nosferatu.
Get her on the phone. I want to bring her a glass of water.
Tagla Fairy.
Anyway, so the reason we're talking about this interactive
And not
DJ
Lisa.
is because I had a call, and the call basically said they wanted an interactive DJ, which me and Dan and Lisa went to this place, and honestly, we were there an hour and a half.
Was it the quadrangle?
Not only was he
Nah.
not an interactive DJ, Dan, not only was he an interactive DJ, he let music like
Play out.
play out, dead air, like you were listening to
It
a
turns
jukebox.
out we went there. We went there with the intent
And this is
of
her interactive DJ.
this is her interactive DJ. We went there with the intent to say, well, we're making assumptions. We want to know what she's expecting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like when I hear interactive DJ, like I told you what I thought an interactive DJ should be. But when I hear interactive DJ, the first thing that comes to mind is Jerry Blavitt, Frank
Right.
Cerati, shit like that. And nobody wants that anymore.
Dr. Rock.
Nobody wants that
Except for
shit
Dr. Rock.
anymore. It's the God honest truth. Anybody under the age of 35 does not want
Right.
that type of interaction.
Right.
It's the God honest truth. Now,
Older people do, though.
older people, to a point.
Yeah.
To a point. It's a small age group, or sometimes it's a location scenario.
Mhm.
People in South Philly think that Jerry Blavitt is Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And I walked
Like
by him.
John.
I was down at the Italian. He was performing, and he was talking over the entire time. I said, "This motherfucker never shuts up." And I walked through the
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
and it's
It was the
great.
same way. We were down the shore one time, and he was performing, and we were sitting there eating because your mother-in-law was all excited about being there, and I was the same way because
Yeah.
again, too, it was one of those things. I always knew Jerry Blavitt,
I
you know,
did
but I
too.
never heard him because it wasn't playing the music I wanted to hear,
Right.
you know. But I'm sitting there and going like, okay, well, I'm going to get the experience, you know, Jerry Blavitt, you know, the Gator with the heater, and the entire time it's like, oh, this is a great song, and then it's like he's talking the entire time. Somebody else walks in and he says something over, and it's like, I'm like, will you shut up? I'm enjoying the song. I'm not here to listen to you fucking comment on who's walking through the door.
You picking up my show, Sumner?
The whole time.
Even Ray, when he
And it's the whole time. It's not like it's like, oh, well, in the middle of the song, you see it's a bar regular, and you're kind of doing like a cheers, like, hey, Norm, you know.
yeah.
It's just like a couple of hot chicks walk in. Oh, the girls' basketball team is here. It's like, really? Just a
Every
couple of
single
big old
time,
kids.
no matter
Yeah.
where he's at, it's the girls' basketball team, it's the boys' basketball team. He does it every single time. He's got the same 4 lines he does. The guy is
And he
garbage.
never shuts
I
up.
don't like him at all, and I'll say it openly. I worked with him one time.
I did
Not
parties
as a
for his
DJ.
mom. Rob sent me to parties with his
But
mom a couple times.
I did a job for the Philadelphia Music Alliance where I was doing I was building the stage and stuff like that, and he was there along with Ron Spector. This is before he killed somebody. Yeah, so he was available to be there. and he had an entourage with him.
Yes.
Unbelievable how big this underwriter is. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, you know how much
You
Sparko
guys
loves
are-
them.
But he's always on. Like he's blah 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 talking to these guys, and he's talking to the air, and they're all just running right behind him, and we're off to the side, and blah blah blah. Blah. You guys are great, he says to us. I said, who the fuck was that? And then I looked closer. I said, oh, it's Jerry Blavitt. You know, like whatever. I'm like, even back then, I was like, it's just a dumb comment. He's not even talking to people. He's talking to the air. You know?
I remember what his mom told me.
But Rob-
She goes,
but the
"You're
point-
really good. Don't ever work with him."
But the point is that Rob and I are like, that's what we're thinking,
Yep.
and we're thinking that's not going to work in a bar. So we got to figure out what's going on.
Well, one of the things I was saying to you that would be a perfect job for a guy like Ray, because
We did that.
Ray doesn't talk over the words of the song.
No.
He'll talk
He
up to
talks
the
over the
words.
skips of the CD.
Yeah.
But no, Ray is
Remind me to
very,
sue you too.
yeah,
All right?
Ray is very, very good at what he does. If you like that kind of a DJ, as far as interacting.
But I said to him when we said interactive, and we thought Jerry Blavitt, I
Right.
said two people come to my mind locally. It would be Ray and Mark DeSpark.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And your secondary person that you just mentioned, because I don't want, is in love with the first person that you can't stand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
And-
models himself after that. I'm sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he's a carbon copy model of it. When I used to do what I did, I talked up to it, or if a girl came through the door, I went, "Oh my God, that's Melanie. Melanie, great to see you tonight." Like during the record and stuff
That's
like that.
good interactive,
Like-
because you're like once again you're
You
but-
wanted a cheers like
Correct.
atmosphere. You wanted
Right,
people to
but
know
now
who you
bring up
are.
a good point, and Ray, you're going to answer this question. You said, "Hi, Melanie. It's great to see you." Blah blah blah.
You look great, or
You look
something,
great. Why were you able to say that?
because you felt confident enough in that crowd.
Go
that-
even
right.
go even like more simple than that. Why were you able to say, "Hey, Melanie, nice to see you"?
Because you felt Melanie was your friend. You felt
Go a
right.
little further now. You said Melanie is your friend. Why
I
is
had
Melanie
screwed
your
her the
friend?
week before on a
Okay,
Thursday.
well, there you go. I mean,
or
I don't wanna
something.
get
I didn't know.
I'm trying to drag out a Ray.
She said, "I don't do it." I've never
The
mind.
point I'm
Go
trying to
ahead.
drag out of Ray is that Ray was there long enough
Yes.
to establish a connection, a relationship of any sort with the person that he's referencing.
Like KP Corral with you.
Correct. With you.
Rob was there at KP Corral. He got to know everybody. He was able
Right.
to reference people.
I'm sure Matt did the
at
same thing. He
random-
knew her
Yeah.
before he was comfortable
When I worked
going.
at Haggerty's, I knew the
Right.
people that were there all the time.
Right.
When certain people came in, I was able to play
You
their
knew it?
song right
You
away.
knew it?
Why? Because I knew who they
Who
were.
they were.
Okay, so that all comes with being familiar with the people that are in this bar.
Right.
So we go to this bar, right, and we're there now, and you know, I'm getting past the bad iced tea and the fucking Lisa's staring at the menu for an hour and a half,
You're back to it.
and I'm
Yeah.
back to I know you're back to it. And then I'm thinking sex with Lisa again, and then I'm like, I go back to I looked at DJ, and it turns out
Dad's got his hand in his pants. Go ahead,
turns
sir.
out I know the DJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
And that's always a
It's
good
an
thing.
old high school buddy
Right.
of mine who I didn't realize was back in the day. He was really into DJing.
Right.
He didn't do it back then. He was really into DJs and stuff like that. So it's a natural progression for him to finally do the DJ.
Correct.
You know
I
what mean?
understand that.
But I didn't realize. I haven't talked to him in years. Didn't realize he was doing it, but it was him. I'm like, oh, Jay, and he's like, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. And we talked for a second. and he
Fraternity
gets
suits, that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
you know.
Yeah.
And then Dan says, "I'm here to take your job, motherfucker."
back. Yeah, that's all right. No DJ wants to see another DJ.
But I got a job for you. You're going to do a wedding
Because
where
let
a
me tell
bunch
you
of
that you
chicks are
never
tattooed.
see another DJ in a bar, because if he's not working, he's trying to work.
Correct.
But right or wrong, right? Right or wrong. But so I check stuff out and whatever, and we're waiting to see what the interaction is. And going back to what Rob said, he's playing. I find out later what he's using. He's using Serato.
Which is a program for DJs that know how to mix, not DJs that just are staying away.
Oh, thank God. I
So
thought it
he's
was the
letting the
sauce on
songs
top of
go.
French fries.
And you're talking about what could there be? A 1 second fade, 2 second fade maybe
What are you
Correct.
talking about?
on Serato.
What,
Fade
an
out.
auto DJ?
Fade
out.
Part of it? I don't know. I don't
Because
know
there were
that
some
part of
songs
it.
that it didn't like go off,
But
and stay off.
Serato,
but it went like da, da, da.
yeah, it faded.
Da.
And there was,
So
it was like listening to a
it
jukebox.
literally might
I hate
be
that fade out.
once it hits 0 and the song's off, then the next song comes on. So there might be a second delay in between the songs,
Correct.
but there's no fade at all. Okay, and he's letting it go, and he's not talking at all.
And he's all over the place with music.
He's all over the place with music. He's playing good music,
Right.
He didn't play nothing bad,
No.
and he was
But
playing
it's
to the
all
crowd.
over.
He was playing to the crowd because the crowd at that particular night was a little older,
Yeah.
and like I didn't have a problem with his selection, but it was like this.
Yeah, he would go.
So-
It didn't flow. It did. It
Right.
didn't
Now
flow.
I talked to him afterward. Rob and Lisa leave because it was past 5 o'clock. They had to go to bed.
Yeah.
And she was just her eyes were hurting from staring so much.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't want to be here.
and she realized I was probably going to stalk his daughter Lauren a little bit later. So she wanted to make sure.
Yeah, we're going to tie this one back.
So see, no. So they leave and I hang back. I'm talking to my buddy and I find out that he's using Serato, and I find out that he does it on the side. He likes doing block parties and
Mhm.
stuff like that. And while I'm there, people are, hey, what's going on, Jay? Boom, boom, boom. Clap, clap, shake hands. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, blah, blah, blah. Right? So he's talking, people are coming up as we're talking, whatever. So I derived that from this, the interaction that's being described by the boss, who, by the way, is not there at all
Yeah.
by the time the DJ arrives. She's long gone. So her daughter, and we all know how daughters of bar owners are. They're entitled. See you next Tuesdays.
Right.
Do you hear what I said? They are entitled. See you next Tuesday.
So they think it's their show, their bar, or they'll do whatever they want. They don't care what you're playing,
They think they're the queen of fucking Siam.
and they're not.
And they're not. But she gets from her daughter, oh, he's so interactive. I said to Rob said, because I didn't see anything in the hour I was there. You stayed an extra half hour. What happened? I said, I honestly believe the interaction being described is the fact that he knows people.
Yeah. But that's
Like
not
we were
really
just saying.
a description of us.
Like we were just saying. And the point I said to Rob, and I said, you say this to her, is if we don't know anybody there, how are we going to talk to people?
Correct.
I said
that's the
to
problem,
Rob
Dan.
jokingly, I said, you want me to go put the music on auto DJ and I'll go pickpocket people?
They don't
Like,
talk,
what interaction do you want me to do?
They don't talk to people
If
anymore.
I don't know people, I'm not gonna say, hey, guy over there.
But how about on the other side of that? Dan used to work at this one bar. He did go around talking to people and, seeing how they were doing because he was there all the time.
Yeah.
So the bar manager, who was a bartender, didn't like that he did that. He said, oh, he's never behind the booth and blah, blah, blah. What he didn't like is that the girls liked Dan and they didn't like him.
Correct.
It is true.
That's-
And we're joking, but it's the truth.
Dan had the
I
one
had a
thing the
lot
other
of
guy
women-
didn't have: cash.
I had a lot of women that were that would hit on me, and I had a lot of women that would talk to me and stuff like that. And he himself literally was married to a Frankenstein looking broad.
Right.
And she used to be at that bar every single night when he was there.
Yeah.
And she had
Did she have bolts coming
she had
outside?
a mullet.
Nice.
A long mullet.
Nice, a
She had
mullet.
The femule.
mullet.
The femule.
But she looked like what was that Bosworth?
Oh,
Brian Bosworth.
Yeah, she
the
looked like Brian
Boz.
Bosworth.
the Boz.
Haircut wise, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how this chick looked. So, but like he didn't like that, but Rob understood it and understood that like people were there. They were
Yeah, he didn't want you there anymore after
Yeah.
a while because Dan was basically interactive with the people.
And
like
the
that
people
guy.
said to me, and this was a 70-30 black bar. So 30 white, 70% black.
And he didn't want any black music played.
He didn't want any black music played. So we had to change that
But
around.
then when the other
I
guys
love when people
came in-
say, "I don't want to hear
Right.
this or hear that." Then
And then,
don't hire a
and
DJ.
after I'm gone, that's all they play. I love how we get a restriction. That's another thing too.
I
We
hated
get
that
a
about
restriction
weddings.
from the boss, from the owners of the bar.
Yep.
I don't want any rap or hip hop.
And
Okay.
you can't say that
And you-
in an all black bar.
And you
You
don't and you do what you're told, and you don't play any rap or hip hop.
You play the
And it's
Orchies.
not successful, and they blame you. And then the next DJ that comes in, nothing but rap and hip hop is all they play, and they have that job for 4 years,
Yeah.
5 years. They never say a
It's like
goddamn word
working
to
in
them.
a biker bar and the owner wants you to play disco. Come on.
You know what?
Well, that
I
would
did. I
come
used to
over.
do that with a place called Chicho's. You can
I'm talking,
mix.
they would normally want rock.
You get a
Yeah,
bar
but you
full of
can
banging, he
mix
puts the
disco
Inferno
with
on.
rock. Because I remember when I used to play Chicho's, these guys would be like 380 with like arms out to here and everything.
Yeah.
And they would love to get with the women and dance and do like Fire in the Sky and shit like that. But then you had to drop in the Gata de Vida for like 19 minutes,
bottom
including
line,
the drum
and this goes
solo.
back to the
Yeah,
interaction that
but
Rob was
the
talking about with me.
interaction.
When I was interacting with the crowd, and I've talked to the guys, but I talked to a lot of the women.
Mhm.
The formula for a bar is that men will go out and drink regardless. They'll drink beer. Beer is only so much money. Whatever.
Right.
Women drink expensive drinks.
Especially when you're buying them, right?
They also like cold beer.
They somehow become more expensive when you're buying them.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Oh,
right?
can I buy you a drink?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll take these Manhattan.
I'll take that $15
The
drink.
Long Island iced
Yeah,
tea.
I was thinking water, but okay. You know, but
That's why you like Lisa.
yeah.
I'm gonna buy you a screwdriver and
Just remember, men and women like to have a good time. It doesn't matter whether you take her to a beef and beer. If
but
she's
the-
happy, he's happy. They're going
But think
home
about-
happy.
But think about the bar. The bar wants to make money, right? Let's break it down real quick. The bar wants to make money. That's the whole purpose of the room.
Right.
And they want you to advertise for them.
Yeah. They want you to have,
And bring your friends.
Bring your friends.
And
Yeah,
have
do you ever
nice
see
Do me a
these?
favor. You know how to bartend?
Did you ever see these DJs today
No,
do their
that's
announcements?
gonna be the
I just
future.
want to just
Yeah,
That's
come
gonna
to
be
the
future.
bar
Can you
next
bartend?
Tuesday.
Can you bounce? Can you do this?
Right.
This is what bars are expecting of
But
DJs.
but the breakdown is they want to make money.
Yeah.
Men don't spend money like women do. Or women cause more money to be spent, I should say it like that. So the more women you have in your bar, the more successful you will be.
And the more friends she's going to
And
bring.
guess what happens? No, women can buy their own drinks.
No,
Ain't
but they're
nothing wrong
going
with
to.
that.
Women are going to bring friends that are
They're
going to
gonna
come
bring
out
friends,
to the thing,
and
it's
they're
going to get
all going to
larger.
drink like that.
Right.
But now you have women there, so therefore you have men there. Goes back to getting laid.
Correct. And really, what's the goal at a bar?
Get
Ah.
laid.
get laid.
Get laid.
I
So-
thought it was to get drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
No, the point is to get them drunk so you can get laid.
funny thing you say that statement.
Yeah, nowadays you
Matt
don't watch
Matt was there with me. We went to what was that, Matt? I can't think of the name of it. It was down by Maui.
First step.
Tower Ave. It was the
No, Baja Beach Club.
Yeah, the
Oh, my favorite.
so the
Ah,
Baja Beach Club.
Yeah.
This place opens up. We go there. We had a friend who hot as fuck, but she got a job there, so we started going there. They'd support her or whatever. And they did the big tunnel ice shot things. They did body shots. Every girl that worked there was fucking hot as balls.
But it was
Yeah.
a fun. It was
You
a
know,
fun place.
Like the one night we're there, the bartender, she goes, "Come here," right? And she gets a cherry with a stem, and she puts the stem in her mouth, and she makes me eat the cherry from her mouth.
and it's the last
Honestly.
cherry Dan has had in 30 years.
It honestly is. I don't really like cherries like that. But
The shadow box.
Nice, Ed.
so we go there, and all of a sudden, over the course of what, Matt, 6 months or so, things start changing. It goes from no cover to a small cover. It goes from a 4-hour dollar drink bar to an hour or 2 hours, or to only one bar out of all the bars.
Yeah.
That's like all these changes are happening.
Because
We
they're
run
giving too much shit away.
Yeah.
So we go to the bar owner or the manager, not go to him, he's there. And we talk to him. And it turns out that they're in Florida primarily. And then
Okay.
they moved up. It's a chain, right?
Yes.
And he says to us, in Florida, everybody's worried about getting laid. So they'll sit there and nurse these dollar drinks and get these girls talking and drinking. But they do a lot of talking
Right.
in Florida because they're trying to get in everybody's pants. He said, "You guys up here in Philadelphia are a bunch of fucking alcoholics." And he goes, "You're sucking me dry."
Right.
So I had to change stuff
Yeah.
because of the fact I was going to go out of business.
Right now, we want you to know we do support the We Too movement. Because after anybody watches this show, after that, but we do support the We Too movement. And Harvey Weinstein is a pig. Thanks.
All right. Ed.
All right.
That's an interactive DJ right there.
Yes.
Eddie Singh.
Eddie.
Eddie Singh.
Ed,
When he interacts
Oh.
with Skeletor, it's phenomenal.
Yes. Anyway, folks, we appreciate you watching.
It's so much fun being
We have
back.
to
It
go.
really is.
I love when Rob Rogan is out here.
I
He
have an
thinks he has
appointment.
stuff to do. I have appointments.
Just remember, there's more than 8 bands in classic rock.
I gotta
That's
be
the one
Lisa,
thing
I
that
gotta
annoys
shopping.
me.
Pretty soon, we're gonna have my bride to be not mine, but the one I'm doing.
The bride to be.
Not doing.
The bride to be that he's doing. All right, Rob.
Support the We Too movement. Rob is not
So, Rob.
doing the bride.
Right.
All right.
Rob, you have a bride coming in there. Is she good looking?
And Rob's like,
You know
hold
what?
on, I got cheesesteak egg rolls.
Let me
Here's
guess.
a plate of them
Let me guess, Rob. She likes something other than water. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, Rob?
with lemon.
Anyway,
But anyway, guys, the whole thing is interactive DJ. Bar owners, you need to know people in order for that to happen. You need to give a DJ a chance to be there for a while to establish a relationship with these people. That's the only way you're going to get interaction. Bottom line. So you need to cut the cord of having somebody else do your job for you. Make your bar nice. The DJs will enhance it for you. They're not going to be the reason why you have business. Because if they are, we might as well just open up our own place.
yeah, or if
Call
they
it DJs
quit,
by DJs.
if they
And just
quit,
remember, when they delivered
Yeah,
the
there are people
paternity
leave.
suit to Dan, we had
That's right.
nothing to do with it.
When the DJ leaves, the crowd leaves with them. If you rely on them. So
Right.
bar owners
Just
think
saying.
of what you say before you say.
just saying, hey, you know what? Before you, if you're trying to get somebody cheap, because you mentioned in another show about how you mentioned offline.
How
how
about
back in
cousin
the day,
Rob,
back
our
when it first
cousin
started,
Jimmy's now the
the pay
DJ?
was here.
Yeah.
Then the pay went up to about here, but it plateaued. He was
Right.
saying it's going back down.
And then Lisa thought we were overpaid, remember?
And
yeah.
then
40
they-
years later, it's gone back down
Yeah,
to what he
and then they
started
want
out
you
with.
to do more. They want you to advertise.
And they want you to do more.
put signs up,
Put out, use lights,
bring your friends.
need more equipment.
Yeah.
You know,
I would just bring
Anyway.
a dry
You know,
eraser
drinks?
board with a
Hey, you know, when it comes down to it,
on and on and on.
But we
DJs are like tattoos.
huh?
Cheap DJs are like tattoos.
Yes.
Good ones aren't cheap, and cheap ones aren't good.
I like it.
it's a bomb.
I mean,
it's
it's the truth.
Everybody's got one. All right, cool.
Sure statement was never made. Oh, and another statement that's true. Electric FM is not coming back on the air.
Oh, Eddie, you hear that?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. What?
He said Electric FM ain't coming back on.
Okay.
Is that true?
I thought we were going to do Electric
It's
Youth.
not
By
true.
what-
No, that is not the truth.
All right. Thank you,
Ed's
Eddie.
trying to get a
What
loan
he's
right now.
doing.
Ed's trying to get a loan right now so he can supply them with the money they need to get back.
Listen, the only reason why Electric FM went off the goddamn air is because He-Man took over the goddamn show.
Yeah, that was the cause of it.
Damn.
Is Dan involved in other shows?
All right. Anyway.
When I jumped on that show, his 4 people jumped to 5 people.
Yes.
So it's an increase. Anyway. DJs After Dark. We had a great time today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. Make sure you are commenting. Comment down there. We want to hear from you guys. And obviously share
Sorry.
the channel.
I didn't quite catch that.
You know what,
Could
Alexa,
you
shut
please
the fuck
repeat it?
Alexa, can you shut the fuck up?
Hey, you know, as on a side note,
Shut up. That's the first woman that ever did what she was told.
on a side note,
Again, we
Our-
support the We
our-
Too movement.
hey Dan, he liked it. You like this. You like this one. Our Alexa, we have our one dog is named Calypso. We'll yell at the dog. We'll be like, Calypso did, and she'll be like, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. It's like I'm not talking to you, you stupid bitch.
But anyway, Rob's got a
Anytime you talk to the dog.
women coming in.
Thank
And
you.
so, until she speaks them, then she's going to just go someplace else.
Yes.
And
He asked her to come in the side door, though. That's not a good thing.
I heard you on Electric FM and
Yeah,
I meant
yeah,
they mixed that
yeah.
show.
Alexa, what do you think about all that?
You sounded better over the telephone.
I don't think
And
that.
neither do we.
Now she's pissed. I told her to shut the fuck up.
She sounds mad.
She sounds mad.
Now she's going to interrupt.
I fucked with the AI and now she's pissed.
All right.
So anyway,
Now for Danny J.
for
Rob
Dr. Rock
Cannon.
Ray,
Thank you so much for coming
Dr.
back.
Rock Ray Cannon, I said. For Dr. Rock Ray Thomas, for Rob Cannon, Matt Sunner, and Eddie C. My name is Danny J. Until next time, gang, we will see you.
See ya.
Looks like the sun's coming up. Was that as good for you as it was for me? Join us next time for DJs After Dark.